Welcome back to my 31 days of summer barbecue. Now we have tons of barbecue recipes coming out over the next month. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss a trick and you catch every single one. Day 19, couscous salad. Let's get it. Now the first thing that kicks off this story are the nuts. We're talking pine nuts, almonds, pumpkin seeds and pistachios. So get yourself a baking tray and then we're just going to sprinkle each one of these on. Get your pine nuts on there, sprinkle your almonds on there, a little hit of the pumpkin seeds and finally the pistachios. Give your tray a tiny little shake. We're going to get that straight into the oven to toast off. The nuts go in first because they'll kind of take the longest and we can get the couscous on by the time the nuts are ready to come out. Now cooking couscous is basically rehydrating grains. We're going to rehydrate it with the chicken stock. Now chicken stock is full of flavour and it will make the couscous taste of something. Some people just pour boiling water over their couscous and that's okay if you want to hydrate a load of flavour into it afterwards, but it takes time, it takes seasoning. You want to get a base flavour in your grain before you even add anything else. And that comes in the form of a good chicken stock. So get that up to the boil and then we're going to take our couscous and put it in a big metal bowl. Now the couscous we're using is barley couscous, but you can use any type of couscous that you like. Barley couscous has just got a lovely toasted nuttiness to it, but if you don't have this, make sure you toast your couscous off before you use it. Just helps caramelize and deepen the flavors slightly. I want to season the couscous. I want to get salt, pepper and a tiny bit of olive oil in there just to help build those balances of flavor. Now our stock has boiled, that just goes straight over the top. Cover with some cling film, make sure that's lovely and tight. That'll sit there comfortably for 5 minutes just while that stock, that olive oil, that salt and that pepper finds every grain, starts to swell and cook that stunning soft couscous. And when I take my nuts out of the oven, I don't want them properly golden brown. I want light tinges, sandy colours, a gentle tan over the nuts. That's going to give it a beautiful warmth and a beautiful roasted flavour without being too intense and getting too bitter. We're going to stick these on the side and they'll just cool down very happily. Now for me, a couscous salad should have a little bit of moisture. That's going to come from the chicken stock, but it's also going to come from a lovely punchy dressing. So the starting blocks of that dressing is this, lemon. We grab our microplane and just zest that into the bowl. We roll the lemon just to break it up a little bit and extract the maximum amount of juice. Give that a good old squeeze and get all that beautiful fresh acidity out of that lemon. Now we just hit this with a good amount of salt, good ½ teaspoon of pepper, and our stunning spice, cumin. Cumin is so punchy, it's got so much flavour, so you only need a little bit to make this couscous sing. We've got acidity, we've got fragrance, we need a little bit of sweetness. That's coming in the form of honey. Good squeeze of that straight in. Now what's going to mould all these flavours, all these textures, all this spice together is a good hit of a round grassy olive oil. So we emulsify that with a whisk. So our nuts are ready, our dressing is ready. We've got a few bits of dry fruit to go in and create that dual effect of the couscous. We're talking some little chopped apricots, some mixed raisins. We've got golden raisins, we've got normal raisins, sultanas, full of flavour and a punch of sweetness. Now on a bite of allium, and that's going to come in the form of this red onion. Fine dice, and that's going to go into the mix. We're just going to take the cling film off of this couscous and then fork through very gently, just breaking up those big clumps as it continues to cool down. There's one last thing to get ready, and for me, that's mint. It's freshness, it's a punch, it's herbaceous, it gives a lovely fleck of green throughout this couscous salad and also brings bags of flavour. You take a knife and then you chiffonade through. Now what is chiffonade? It's an old term they used to use when making tobacco, and it basically means the rolling or scrunching of leaves with fine slices cutting through. We've just transferred this couscous into a larger bowl to help it cool down. The bigger the surface area, the more space that steam heat has to escape. So we put it into a big bowl, just tossing it and thrashing it around a bit, and we've ended up with this beautiful, grainy, stunningly soft couscous. Now all that's left to do is add our ingredients. So dried fruit going straight in, your cranberries, your dried apricots, your mixed raisins, and all these stunning toasted warm nuts. Now we're looking at our fresh ingredients, that hit of mint, and our beautiful diced red onion. A last mix on that beautiful zesty dressing and go straight in. Grab your spoon, give it a good toss and incorporate all those beautiful flavors. And then with a big serving spoon, grab yourself a plate or a bowl and just plop it on. Build some height in the middle, all that freshness, all that fragrance. And what you end up with is this stunning couscous salad, jeweled with all those beautiful dried fruits, the warmth and richness of the toasted nuts and seeds, that hit of spice, the zest and acidity from the lemon, the fresh herbaceous goodness that comes from a chopped piece of mint, and the subtle bite of onion. This is a stunning couscous salad that will accompany any meat, any side that you put it with. That's my stunning summer barbecue couscous salad. Good enough for your British barbecue. Thank you.